Brazil. Officially, the Federative Republic of Brazil is the largest country in both South America and Latin America. At 8.5 million square kilometer, means 33 lakh square meter, and with over 214 million people, Brazil is the world's fifth largest country by area and the seventh most populous. Its capital is Brasilia and its most populous city is Sao Paulo. The federation is composed of the union of the 26 states and the federal district. It is the largest country to have Portuguese as an official language and the only one in the Americas. It is also one of the most multicultural and ethnically diverse nations. Due to over a century of mass immigration from around the world, as well as the most populous Roman Catholic majority country. Bounded by the Atlantic Ocean on the east, Brazil has a coastline of 7,491 kilometers, means 4,655 miles. It borders all other countries and territories in South America except Ecuador and Chile, and covers 47.3% of the continent's land area. Its Amazon basin includes a vast tropical forest, home to diverse wildlife, a variety of ecological systems, and extensive natural resources spanning numerous protected habitats. This unique environmental heritage makes Brazil one of the 70th mega-diverse countries and is the subject of significant global interest. As environmental degradation through processes like deforestation has direct impacts on global issues like climate change and biodiversity loss. Brazil occupies a large area along the eastern coast of South America and includes much of the continent's interior, sharing land borders with Uruguay to the south, Argentina and Paraguay to the southwest, Bolivia and Peru to the west, Colombia to the northwest, and Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, and France to the north. It shares a border with every South American country except Ecuador and Chile. It also encompasses a number of oceanic archipelagos such as Fernando de Noronha, Rocal Alot, Saint Peter and Paul Rocks, and Trindade and Martin Vaz. Its size, relief, climate, and natural resources make Brazil geographically diverse. Including its Atlantic islands, Brazil lies between latitudes 6 degrees north and 34 degrees south and longitudes 28 degrees and 74 degrees west. Brazil is the fifth largest country in the world and third largest in the Americas, with a total area of 85,15,767.049 kilometers, means 32,87,956 square meters, including 55,455 kilometers, means 21,411 square meters of water. Brazil is also the longest country in the world, spanning 4,395 kilometers, means 2,731 miles, from north to south, and the only country in the world that has the equator and the Tropic of Capricorn running through it. It spans 4 time zones, from UTC-5 comprising the state of Acre and the westernmost portions of Amazonas, to UTC-4 in the western states, to UTC-3 in the eastern states, the national time, and UTC-2 in the Atlantic islands. Brazilian topography is also diverse and includes hills, mountains, plains, highlands, and scrublands. Much of the terrain lies between 200 meters, means 660 feet, and 800 meters, means 2600 feet in elevation. The main upland area occupies most of the southern half of the country. The northwestern parts of the plateau consist of broad, rolling terrain broken by low, rounded hills. The southeastern section is more rugged, with a complex mass of ridges and mountain ranges reaching elevations of up to 1200 meters, means 3900 feet. These ranges include the Mantiqueira and Espinhaco mountains and the Sierra do Mar. In the north, the Guiana highlands form a major drainage divide, separating rivers that flow south into the Amazon basin from rivers that empty into the Orinoco River system in Venezuela to the north. The highest point in Brazil is the Pico da Neblina at 2,994 meters, means 9,823 feet, and the lowest is the Antarctic Ocean. Brazil has a dense and complex system of rivers, one of the world's most extensive, with 8 major drainage basins, all of which drain into the Atlantic. Major rivers include the Amazon, the world's second longest river and the largest in terms of volume of water, the Parana and its major tributary, the Iguazu, which includes the Iguazu Falls, Negro, São Francisco, Xingu, Madeira, and Tapajós rivers. The climate of Brazil comprises a wide range of weather conditions across a large area and varied topography, but most of the country is tropical. According to the Köppen system, Brazil hosts 6 major climate subtypes: desert, equatorial, tropical, semi-arid, oceanic, and subtropical. The different climate conditions produce environments ranging from equatorial rainforests in the north and semi-arid deserts in the northeast to temperate coniferous forests in the south and tropical savannas in central Brazil. Many regions have starkly different microclimates. An equatorial climate characterizes much of northern Brazil. There is no real dry season, but there are some variations in the period of the year when most rain falls. Temperatures average 25 degrees Celsius, means 77 Fahrenheit, with more significant temperature variation between night and day than between seasons. Over central Brazil, rainfall is more seasonal, characteristic of a savanna climate. This region is as extensive as the Amazon basin, but has a very different climate as it lies further south at the higher altitude. In the interior northeast, seasonal rainfall is even more extreme. The semi-arid climatic region generally receives less than 800 millimeters, that means 31.5 inch of rain, most of which generally falls in the period of 3 to 5 months of the year, and occasionally less than this, creating long period of drought. Brazil's 1877-78 Grande Seca, Great Drought, the worst in Brazil's history, caused approximately 500,000 deaths. The similarly devastating drought occurred in 1915. South of Bahia, near the coast, and more southerly, most of the state of São Paulo, the distribution of rainfall changes, with rain falling throughout the year. The south enjoys subtropical conditions with cool winters and average annual temperatures not exceeding 18 degrees, that means 64.4 Fahrenheit. Winter frosts and snowfall are not rare in the highest areas. The wildlife of Brazil comprises all naturally occurring animals, plants, and fungi in the South American country. Home to 60% of Amazon rainforest, which accounts for approximately 1/10 of all species in the world. Brazil is considered to have the greatest biodiversity of any country on the planet. It has the most known species of plants, 55,000, freshwater fish, 3,000, and mammals, over 689. It also ranks third on the list of countries with the most bird species, 1,832, and second with the most reptile species, 744. The number of fungal species is unknown but is large. Brazil is second only to Indonesia as the country with the most endemic species. Brazil's large territory comprises different ecosystems, such as the Amazon rainforest, recognized as having the greatest biological diversity in the world, with the Atlantic forest and the Cerrado sustaining the greatest biodiversity. In the south, the Araucaria pine forest grows under temperate conditions. The rich wildlife of Brazil reflects the variety of natural habitats. Scientists estimate that the total number of plant and animal species in Brazil could approach 4 million, mostly invertebrates. Larger mammals include carnivores, pumas, jaguar, ocelots, rare bush dogs, and foxes, and herbivores, peccaries, tapirs, anteaters, sloths, opossums, and armadillos. Deer are plentiful in the south, and many species of New World monkeys are found in the northern rainforest. Tourism in Brazil is a growing sector and key to the economy of several regions of the country. The country had 6.36 million visitors in 2015, ranking in the terms of the international tourist arrivals as the main destination in South America and second in Latin America after Mexico. Revenues from international tourists reached $6 billion in 2010, showing a recovery from the 2008 to 2009 economic crisis. Historical records of 5.4 million visitors and $6.8 billion in receipts were reached in 2011. In the list of world tourist destinations in 2018, Brazil was the 48th most visited country with 6.6 million tourists and revenues of $5.9 billion. Natural areas are its most popular tourism product, a combination of ecotourism with leisure and recreation, mainly sun and beach, and adventure travel as well as cultural tourism. Among the most popular destinations are the Amazon rainforest, beaches and dunes in the northeast region, the Pantanal in the center-west region, beaches at Rio de Janeiro and Santa Catarina, cultural tourism in Minas Gerais, and business trip to Sao Paulo. In terms of the 2015 Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Index (TTCI), which is a measurement of the factors that make it attractive to develop business in the travel and tourism industry of individual countries. Brazil ranked in the 28th place at the world's level, third in the Americas, after Canada and United States. The official language of Brazil is Portuguese, which almost all of the population speaks and is virtually the only language used in newspapers, radio, television, and for business and administrative purposes. Brazil is the only Portuguese-speaking nation in the Americas, making a language an important part of Brazilian national identity and giving it a national culture distinct from those of its Spanish-speaking neighbors.